Welcome. I will be using a bolster, a blanket, and 2 blocks today. So let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. Whatever that seat looks like to you. Allow your knees to fall below your hips and gently rest your palms on your thighs. Elevate through your spine, but feel for a moment the firm root, the connection that you have to the earth. And then soften your eyes to close. Today we play with the active belief of surrender and softening. So surrender and strength. This balance that we can find not only in our outside lives, but also here on our mat. If we did nothing else in our spiritual practice, but reduce our accelerated pace, the world would be transformed overnight. Start to take the gaze inward. And feel for a moment what's here. Cosmically, we have a full moon happening tonight and tomorrow. But if you're like me, I always feel it 3 days prior, 3 days after. So a lot of shifting happens during the full moon. Release, letting go. So feel inside of yourself what's shifted for you. And take this time to really invite all sensations and to invite all the thoughts to rise. No need to leave anything out. And just explore. And a moment here to realize that, yes, we have the thoughts and the sensations moving in and out, but how can we detach from them and simply be the witness to them? Just scan the body. Start with your toes. Travel up through the legs. All the way through the torso, the hips, down the arms, to the fingertips, into the crown of your head. And how your physical body is just a part of you. How your thoughts are just a part of you. Come into the breath, and just for a moment, without shifting anything, just witnessing your own breath pattern. Our modern world puts much effort into stress, stressful physical postures, stressful emotional situations, just the stress of running around. How can we begin to balance that out with just as much effort into surrender? You'll be able to feel both sides of that strength and surrender today. Start to release all of your air from your body. Pull in the low belly towards the spine. And then inhale from the pelvic floor, fill up the belly, the lungs, the upper chest, take it all the way up to the top. Hold your breath in. And let it go. Again, from the very bottom of your exhale, inhale, breathe in, fill up. Get expansive and wide through the breath. Hold your breath in. And send it out. Last one like this, biggest breath you've taken all day. Hold it in. Lift the chin. Open the throat. Heart high. And let it go. Take it all the way out. And then hold your breath out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Seal your lips. Ujjayi, breath in through the nose, slow and steady. Ujjayi, breath out through the nose, just as smooth, the equal patterned breath. The Ujjayi, the soft constriction in the back of the throat, that oceanic whisper. Keep this breath with you throughout practice today. If a comfortable posture calls to you, friends, please take it. My instructions are just guidance. You know how you feel, so honor that by simply listening to your own body. Try your eyes barely open, and inhale, lift up through the arms, and lengthen through your side body. And then exhale, turn the palms down. Do this 2 more times. Inhale, lift all the way up, press through the sit bones, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, turn the palms, let go. Last one, breath in. Reach, start to lift up through the ribs. Exhale, let go. So good. This time as we inhale, lift up, little shift here. Exhale, twist to the right for an easy seated twist. You can take your left hand to your right thigh and then send your right fingertips either to the floor behind you or even to a block if you need a little extra height. Now, stay here with your breath. So as you inhale, create length. And as you exhale, maybe a deeper twist as you gaze over your right shoulder. Feel a gentle pull through the shoulders, all the way up to the tips of the ears, sides of your neck. Now with your core strength, inhale, back up through center, lift your fingertips nice and high. Exhale, seated twist to the left. This time, right hand to the left thigh. Take the gaze over the left shoulder. Stay and breathe. Use your breath to deepen into the posture. Both the inhales and the exhales. Our breath is our gateway into consciousness. Everything takes us back to the breath. It is our strength. It is our surrender. It encompasses both to create true balance. With your inhale and your strong core, rise up through center. Exhale, take the palms down, just down to the floor. You can be on a block, it's okay. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And then you're reaching through your fingertips, opening up the top of your back. Expansion through the shoulder blades. And slowly crawl your palms back towards your body. If you're sitting on something, release it. We take ourselves into tortoise pose. So it's sort of a compressed bound angle. Draw the soles of your feet together to touch, and then take your toes slightly forward. So you have a wider diamond through your legs. Remove the extra flesh from your sit bones. Now, palms to your knees. Inhale, lift up through the torso. Just 2 breaths here, really arching through the back. And then slowly release. Take your hands inside of your legs. Your palms will face down. Now, instead of resting your head on something, I want you to send the crown of your head straight forward, like a turtle poking out of its shell. And then hollow out your belly to get more length through your side bodies. We're not here for very long. Maybe 5 to 10 breaths is all. So stay really present. Go ahead and close your eyes and come back just to the breath. Continue to reach through the crown of your head. Press down through the palms. And now your tops of your forearms are weighted with the calves. And how much bigger can this posture be by expanding your breath, full body breathing? So inhales all the way to the top, exhales all the way out, moving the prana, the vitality, fully through the body. Prana is the cosmic force without which nothing moves or functions. It is our life force. Just 2 more breaths here. Then just so slowly release one hand and then the other, and crawl your torso back up. And plant the soles of your feet down. Take your fingertips behind you. And then very slowly just start to shift your knees from left to right. It's a nice little windshield wiper. So your fingertips are pointed towards your body. You've also got a little wrist and shoulder stretch here. So very slowly, and feel free to take a full round of breath and hold your knees to either side. So just lubricating the hips, exploring different sensations in different parts of the body. And then pause for a moment. Keep your feet where they are, keep your hands where they are. As you inhale, lift your hips for crab pose. So really here stretching through the shoulders because your arms are nice and straight, rooting through the palms. And then lift your hips up in line with your shoulders and take the crown of your head directly back. Try not to dump into the cervical spine. You're finding more extension with the crown of your head. 3 breaths here. The more muscles you engage through the inner thighs, the core space, even through the glutes, the lighter the weight becomes on the hands and the feet. Amazing, friends. Drop your hips down. We're going to round in. So take your forearms around your shins, chin to chest. Tuck your third eye towards your knees. 2 big breaths. So good. Make your way into puppy pose, heart melting. Option to use your blocks beneath your palms if you want a little more stretch here through the shoulders. So walk your knees back. Keep your hips elevated. Your toes can be curled under or they can be flat. It really doesn't matter. You decide. And now rest your heart down. Either your chin or your third eye comes to the mat. Now it's fairly early on in class for shoulders, so if you can't use your, or you choose not to use your blocks, that's totally okay. And find the breaths really deep here. Often we have shallow breathing when we're feeling more sensation. So move through the sensations by simply focusing on the breath. Beautiful. Now keep your palms and your knees down as you inhale, blossom forward to flowering lotus. Now I like to point my toes and pull my heels toward my glutes. Stay strong through the abdomen, strong through the glutes, and then micro bend your elbows. Lift up with your gaze and your chin away from your chest. Take a full breath in. Exhale, press back, puppy pose, heart melts. And then you're going to flow through just like this, riding your breath. So inhale will pull you forward. Feel free to close your eyes. Exhales, send your hips back. Just keep flowing this way. And try to use the full range of your breath. So your inhales takes all the way forward, right? You finish the posture at the end of the inhale. And your exhales take the full breath to send your hips back towards your heels. So play with this here. Really letting the breath guide your movements. Just 2 more. And then meet me in a neutral tabletop. Go ahead and press your blocks forward if you were using blocks. And in your tabletop, start to stack your knees and your shoulders. Turn your fingertips towards your body once again. So we're going to get a little more stretch here through the hands. And then micro bend your elbows. Start to send your hips slightly back for a deeper stretch here through the forearms. If you want to, go ahead and take some cat-cows to further open the chest. Lots of fluid movement here today. And then pause for a moment. Reach your right fingertips back and then full rotation through the arms. Fingertips are now pointed forward. Inhale, left fingertips reach back and then all the way around. Curl your toes under. And then lift yourself up to high plank. Go ahead and wiggle out any of the unsubtleties, the subtleness that you might have. And then start to shift your heels forward, send your heels back, just to feel some more movement through your body. And then pause for a moment. Press the mat away. Micro bend your elbows, hollow out your belly. Take your gaze forward. Holding here for 5. You'll take it back to downward facing dog in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips lift up and back. Pedal through your feet, shifting your hips or your gaze from side to side. Spread your fingertips really wide. Have a really solid foundation here. The more solid your foundation is, the more lift and length you can find with the rest of your body. Start to take the tips of your elbows down and in to protect the shoulders. And then just for a moment to stretch through the shoulders, I want you to drop your heart closer to the earth. Bend your knees, hollow out the belly. Inhale, high plank. Start to take your torso forward, gaze above your mat. Strengthen your quadriceps. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, bend your knees, tailbone reaches. 2 more times like that. Inhale, high plank, just roll forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, bend your knees, tailbone lifts. Once more, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now push the mat away. Full breath in. Let it go. Start to crawl your hands back towards your body. Forward fold. I like my feet hip width distance apart, but I know a lot of people don't like it a little further. So take what you need here in your own stance. There's really no right or wrong. Yoga's about us discovering our own body and what works for us. Interlace opposite palm to opposite elbow and let the weight, the gravity of your elbows and arms and torso pull you closer toward the earth. And if you bend your knees, you've got a nice connection of belly to thigh. Deep compression here through the front body. Take a moment here to lengthen your exhales, staying deep within your forward fold. Feel the full range of your breath. Feeling the presence in this very moment as we breathe, as we focus on our breath. Nothing else seems to matter. Now release your hands. Inhale, slowly start to peel your torso all the way up if you're standing, Tadasana. Ooh, give yourself just a moment. Ground through the soles of your feet. Inhale, reach your arms high. Now in your Tadasana, I want you to take a moment to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, really trust your own balance. And feel here that you have to have the strength, but you also have to feel the surrender. So notice that. We have to let go just a bit as we trust our own balance, our own internal guide. And take a full breath. Exhale, side bend to the right, up and over. Take it any way you want to take it. Just start to lift and reach through the whole left ribs. Inhale, rise, Tadasana, make it nice and fluid. Exhale, side bend to the right, up and over. Or to the left, rather, up and over. Inhale, Tadasana. Now take your palms together to touch, and then exhale to a back bend. Biceps stay in line with your ears. Most of your weight moves towards your heels. Push your pubic bone forward, lift the gaze. I want 3 full breaths here. So root down with your heels. Notice the breath pattern. You've got it. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, forward fold, palms down through your heart space. Inhale, halfway lift. Hollow out the belly, reach through the crown of your head. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Now pull your elbows back and in. Really get long. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Walk your palms forward. Activate your heels, your quadriceps, tone your low belly. Now hinge yourself forward and lower all the way down to the mat. Option to come to your knees first. Take what it is that you need. Now setting up for Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose, press the tops of your feet flat towards the edges of your mat and then palms beneath your shoulders. Feel the cricketing of your elbows, so elbows pull back and in. Now before you even lift your torso, activate your glutes and push your pubic bone into the earth. Inhale, start to peel your heart and your head away from the earth. Feel the strength of your back body. Breathe in. Exhale, release. We'll flow 2 more times. Inhale, Bhujangasana, rise up. Notice that it starts with the toes, moves to the legs, the glutes, the low back, the upper back. Exhale, let go. Last one, friends. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Exhale, release. So good. Curl your toes under. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flow. Start to crawl your hands back towards your toes, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Moving breath to movement. Inhale, rise, Tadasana, all the way up. Exhale, side bend to the right, up and over, nice and fluid. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, Tadasana, palms connect. Exhale, back bend, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high plank, crawl your palms forward. Hinge forward, lower all the way down to the mat. Cobra Pose once again, tops of feet root, palms beneath your shoulders. Inhale, rise, Cobra Pose. Exhale, let go. 2 more times, stay with me. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, release. Start to let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Last one, breath in. And let go. Curl your toes under. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just take a moment, pedal through your feet again. Drawing one heel closer to the earth and then the other. Feel the stretch to the back of your legs. Now gaze forward. You can hop, skip, step, or jump to frog pose. So toes are slightly out, heels are slightly in. Now it's okay if your whole foot doesn't connect to the mat. Take what it is that you need. Now I want you to make sure that your triceps are the inside of your thighs. And then squeeze your inner thighs to your outer triceps. There it is. Just rest the left palm down through the center. Inhale, your right arm rises for an easy twist. Now it's really nice, or it's really easy to pull your right arm out of its shoulder socket. I want you to draw the right arm back into the shoulder socket. Full breath in. Exhale, release, switch the hands out, right palm down this time. Inhale, left arm rises for us, a frog twist. Again, left arm draws into the shoulder socket. Breathe in. Exhale, release, palms down. Inhale, lift your hips and then point your toes forward. So forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the torso. Exhale, forward fold, let go. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So seal your heels down, drop your booty. Now pull your elbows in and slightly back so that we have more strength through our shoulders. And continue to extend through the fingertips. Option to lift your toes off the mat and then place them down one at a time. Take a full breath in. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. So leave the foundation and the legs where they are. You're just expanding through the arms and the torso. And then finish the posture as you rotate the gaze. Drop your booty a little bit more. Inhale, chair pose, arms rise. Exhale, a vertical twist to the left. Now, just like we did in the start of class, I want your postures, your fluidity to match the breath. So the posture finishes when the breath ends, with the inhales or the exhales. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Send your fingertips back. Drop your booty more and pull your heart through. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg rises. Now play with the left foot here, flex or point, and just find what has a bit more engagement for you through the deep core. Stabilize as you root heavy through your right heel. Notice as you do this, the glute fires up and the low belly pulls in. Take a full breath. Exhale, low lunge, pull your palms through your heart space and step your left foot back. Feel free to use blocks or anything you need to support you in your low lunge. Give yourself a moment here to find some movement for the hips. So whether you create bounces or you start to straighten or bend your front knee, just explore the body. Your own organic movements on your mat. And then send your left knee down. Keep your left toes curled under. Inhale, crescent moon, arms rise and torso lifts. Now here's where the strength and surrender comes in. So as you've played with the opening of the hips, I want you to pull back and find the strength, right? And in that strength, you're also going to surrender. So strength with the foundation, but surrender here through the torso. And then grab for opposite elbow. Lift your head and take it into a nice little gentle back bend. Staying strong through your core so you're not dumping into the low back. Just breathe. Release your grips. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Now feel the thighs pull through center. And take your right hand to your low back. Big movement here. Make sure your left toes are curled under. Inhale, exalted crescent. Lift your left knee, lift your left hand. Deepen into your lunge. Heart is high. Take a full inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back foot down. Open yourself up just a bit. And then find movements here as well. Warrior two is a really big posture. Often we take it for granted. We just do it all the time, so we don't think too much about it. But feel any adjustments you need through your feet. And perhaps this is the time in your practice to shift your patterns, right? Those things we do automatically. And then expand through your arms. I want you to take your eyes closed here once you've settled into your warrior two. Resist any urge you have to make those never-ending micro adjustments and just witness for a moment. Observe yourself in your fierce warrior posture. Inhale, star pose, eyes open, reach up. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Take your toes in, your heels out, and then release the crown of your head down. Feel free to bend your knees. Any arm variation that calls to you, whether it's a chest expansion or grabbing your ankles or your toes. Let this be for you. And as you close your eyes, can you find the depth of your breath again? And wherever your hands are, just place them beneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your torso. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Hands are down. Inhale your right leg high for three-legged dog. Now bend your left knee, tone the belly. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. Press equally through both palms, and then perhaps you take your gaze under your left armpit. Just breathe. Inhale, right leg reaches. Exhale, either downward facing dog or Chaturanga Dandasana. Take what it is that you need. Gaze forward, hop, skip, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Frog pose, second set here. So squat down, we'll take the twists. Inhale, right arm high. Feel the inner thigh pressing toward the outer left tricep. Exhale, release. Switch the arms out. Inhale, left arm high, reach up. Exhale, release. Palms down, lift your hips. Forward fold, take your toes forward. Inhale, halfway, lengthen through your torso. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. And exhale, vertical twist to the right. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms, reach your fingertips back. Drop your booty, heart forward. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, this time right leg high. Pause. Now play with the same flexing and pointing of your right toe. And then feel the connection of your left heel rooted heavy into the earth, and then squeezing the left glutes, pulling the low belly in. Draw your elbows more towards center, palms facing each other. Take a full inhale. Exhale, low lunge, palms move through your heart space, and then send your right leg back. Planting your palms, find the movements here. warming up your hips, lubricating. And then you'll settle into your low lunge. Drop your right knee down. Keep your right toes curled under. Inhale, crescent moon, arms rise, torso lifts. Now feel the depth, and then start to pull back just a little. Grab opposite elbow, framing your face. Lift your gaze. Now, as we hold some of these postures, you really start to feel where you have so much strength to support your body in these formations, but where you need to soften so that you can actually breathe. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Open up through the arms, gazing toward your left fingertips. Now take your left hand to your low back. Big movement here. Keep your right toes curled under. Inhale, exalted crescent. Reach up. Keep a giant bend in your left knee, and then extend the heart and the gaze toward the sky. Full breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Open yourself up. Feel, dance, move. And then start to settle in. And with your eyes closed once again, just notice the four corners of your feet. Let the awareness travel from the four corners of your feet up through your legs to your hips. Breathing fully. Inhale, star pose, rise. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to switch out the arms. Take more weight towards your toe mounds. And the more that you push the exhales out, notice how the deeper compression moves the torso closer to the body. And place your palms beneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Palms down. Inhale, left leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, strengthen your belly. Bend your left knee, open up your hip, but stay rooted through your palms. Maybe you gaze underneath your right armpit. Activate through your feet. Breathing. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, downward facing dog or chaturanga through. Downward facing dog. Now gaze forward. Hop, skip, step, or jump to frog pose. All right, friends, so we're going to take just a little inversion here. Either crow pose or flying frog, and I'll demo both. So flying frog is a lot like what we did already with our twists, is that your triceps are going to come to the inside of your thighs. And then you're going to plant your palms, shoulder width distance apart. Make sure your fingertips are spread really wide. Start to send all your weight towards your hands. Keep the connection of inner thighs to outer triceps. You're going to keep that squeezing. Start to shift weight forward. Gaze is about 12 inches above your mat. Maybe you lift one foot. Maybe you lift the other. So that's flying frog. Often it's a bit more accessible. If you'd like to try crow pose, Bakasana, your feet will move in a little closer. Palms are still shoulder width distance apart. You'll shift your weight towards your hands, bend your elbows, and stack your knees on top of your triceps. And now shifting your hips a little higher. Gaze is about 12 inches in front of you. You'll lift one foot. Really focus on the core here. You're pulling up and in, and then the other foot. Just play for a moment and we'll meet together in child's pose. So just a little bit of yogi playtime, about 1 full minute. And you can rest back in child's pose. How we choose to perform in each moment is a reflection of our own unique selves. The work we're putting in, the intentions that are going out in each moment. Intention is such a powerful thing. Everything we do comes from a space of intention. How can we do it with a bit more balance? With your eyes closed and your third eye resting to the mat, feel the calmness of your breath, the quiet of the mind, the ease through the physical body. Take a full breath in and out, let it go. And gently press yourself up through seated. And I'd like to put you in our first restorative posture today. So some of you might be at home, and I just encourage you to set yourself up the best that you can with whatever props that you have. If you are using blocks and bolsters, just follow me here. So a block, I don't know, 3/4 of the way up from the bottom of your mat, and your bolster is just going to rest on top of that. Now you may or may not want a blanket for your legs. I'll show you how to set the blanket up and then you can decide. So blanket to a large rectangle, and then you're going to roll it up. Now find your low back to the very center of your bolster. Take the soles of your feet together like we did already in Bakasana, and then your blanket comes over the tops of the feet and then underneath each ankle so that you've got a little support here for your legs. So I'll turn this way so that you can see what it looks like. It's just supporting the legs. So restorative bound angle. Now just let your whole back body fall over your bolster. Let your arms rest along your side bodies with your palms face up. Immediately close your eyes. Allow the body to surrender. And how sweet it feels after the hard work, the strength and the balance. Start to draw awareness to your eyes and your jaw. And start to loosen the muscles around the eyes, around the jaw. And most likely, the rest of your body just followed suit. Feel the very gentle, loving pull of gravity toward the earth. Take your internal gaze, direct it toward the third eye, and let it reside here. And if your thoughts start to take you on journeys, just redirect back to the breath, back to the third eye. Feel the tension, the stress begin to melt away. When we're so busy doing, moving, active, we don't have time to feel. We don't have time to just be all that we already are. There are places in your body that you can let go of even more. It's okay to take that same scan and just witness where you're still holding on. What's beneath the sensations that you feel in the body? What's underneath the thoughts moving around in your mind? Where does the depth of our breath take us? How can we begin to trust in the balance of the universe just as much as we trust in our own balance? Slowly, friends, return to the body and come back to your breath 3 times. Ever so gently, pull your knees in through center and ground the soles of your feet. Just take a moment right here to neutralize the low back. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. Press down through your palms. Lift up through your torso. You're going to shift yourself towards your pillows or your bolster. And then we'll find our final resting posture. So with your blanket, just create a pillow. You can fold it in half. You have a pillow. And then here we'll set up Stonehenge. So a number 11 with your blocks, they're going to be about 6 to 8 inches apart, so not super far at their highest setting. Rest your bolster on top. So if you're at home and you have just pillows, just stack up multiple pillows. Scoot your booty closer to your setup here and then rest your calves on top of your bolster or pillow business. Situate your pillow beneath the back of your head. You can goalpost your arms or you can take your arms along your side bodies. I'll let you choose what the body's wanting today. And feel the whole back resting on the earth. From tailbone to the crown of your head. Take a moment here to relax your fingertips and your toes. Feel the weight of your legs supported by the bolster beneath them. And with your eyes closed again, take a full breath in and follow it all the way out. There is no need to intentionally breathe. No need to move the body. Draw your gaze back to the third eye. Our physical bodies are not our goal, but they are the tool that we use to find the higher consciousness. So be here, witnessing, just as you are. And I will call you out. Truly let go of anything that you're still holding on to so tight. When we slow down, we create a conductive environment for kindness, thoughtfulness to flourish, making a place for silence and solitude in our own lives. As we slow down, we begin to listen, and we feel the breath and know that all is as it should be. And slowly begin to awaken your bodies with breath. And just start the small movements with your fingertips and your toes. Reach your arms up overhead. And take one knee at a time in through center. Roll over to your right side. Rest for a moment. Feel the shifts and the power of intentional breath and movement, and how centered you are, and how peaceful the body, the mind, and the breath become. Press down, lift yourself up through seated. With your eyes closed, pull your palms together at your heart space. On Jali Mudra, gratitude for all that's present here, for all that you are, and for all that is. Let's end class with an Om. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Inhale, we prepare. And carry the vibrations with you. Draw your thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends, for being here and allowing me to guide you through practice today. Until next time, be well.